everyone, you are welcome to today's edition of Retirement Clues. I remain the promoter of this program, Mr. Chus Udo Okonta, and the publisher of Nigerian premium online news channel, Ispen Online. You are welcome, and we want to thank those people that have been following us since we started this program, those that have been sending their inquiries, those that have been supporting us. We want to say thank you for the support, and we still want to pledge that we are determined to continue, to deepen awareness on retirement. Today we have come with another good topic that we want to consider, and we believe that today's topic will help, in reshaping, the retirement system. Today we are looking at a topic that says factors determining the future of retirement system in Nigeria. Factors determining the future of retirement system in Nigeria. That is just what we want to consider. Before we go into the discussions fully, let's just look at some developments within the retirement space. The first development we want to highlight here has to do with the core. Coming from the National Pension Commission, they've employed all retirement savings account holders and even retirees to visit, their PFAs, to verify and to, you know, provide their available data, the present their current information to their PFA, so that they will be able to serve them very well. They said there is a continuous verification, that is verification exercise, that is recapturing of data. You just have to go there and make sure you provide the needed data so that they will serve you and serve you very well. Then the second development that I want to highlight has to do with cries from many states. There is hardly any day that you open the dailies or even through the social media that you will not see retirees or pensioners, in one state or the other, crying over the non-payment of their pension. The thing has actually reached an alarming state, as if almost across almost all states, retirees are protesting, non-payment of their pension. This development is not a good one, because we don't expect that our aged parents, having served the country, and at the time that they supposed to be relaxing, you see them protesting, carrying placards, blocking roads. Is not a good development, and I want to use this opportunity to implore, our leaders, that there is need for them to attend to these pensioners. Then the last development has to do with data that was provided, by the National Pension Commission. Is a good one, as they told us that 73% of RSA holders are less than 40 years of age. It really goes to show that there is a future, for the pension industry, if 73% of the people contributing presently are less than 40 years. Is a good one. Why this actually align with what we want to discuss, because these people that are less than 40 years, they are looking up to, a time when they will retire, that they will retire with something handsome. That is why we are even looking at, what are those factors that actually will determine the future of the retirement system, or what you can say called the pension system. What are those factors? In this podcast, we've been able to identify these factors or these variables, and we put them under subhead. We are going to take them one after the other. We want to start with the government. Factors that from the government side that will help determine the future of the retirement system. The first thing that we see there is government policies and position. Government policies and position, to a large extent, will actually help determine the future of the retirement system in Nigeria. Policies that comes from government will either boost or man or affect the retirement system negatively. If the government comes up with, federal government in this case, come up with good policies, it will really it will assist the retirement system to prosper, to thrive. But when the government comes with policies, adverse policies, it will really bring down the operation of the pension system. That is why we consider government policies and position as one of those factors that will determine the future of the retirement system. Outside the policies and position of government, we still look at the issue of compliance. Government make rules, but oftentimes these rules are not complied. That they don't comply with the rules. They don't even follow the rules. Imagine, since 2004 that the pension act came into being, and I think in 2014 the act was repealed and a new act came into being. From 2014 to 2021, most of the policies that federal government made, they never implemented it, most especially in the area of the increase of the contributions. When the pension law was repealed in 2014, it was agreed that the pension contribution should move from 7.5, both from the employer and the employee, to 10% for the employer and 8% for the employee. The federal government never implemented it until last year. That is why compliance is very key. If the pension or the retirement system is to thrive, the federal government must comply with the set rules. Most of the rules, they are the one that even set the rule. There must be compliance. Another thing is regulation. Federal government must regulate the activities of the retirement system with human face. There must be rules that will favor the operations of the retirement system. Then another great factor that will actually help determine the future of the retirement system is the management of the economy. If the economy is properly managed and companies are doing well, it will be very easy for people to comply. It will be very easy for people to contribute and remit. But when the economy is harsh, like somebody says that it's only in Nigeria that you use your money to buy fuel to run your business, and the profit that you make from that business, you use it to pay NEPA bill. You see how funny it is. You use your money to buy fuel to run your generator, and the profit you make from that business, you use it to pay NEPA bill. Such a situation will never help pension to grow, because all the money that the companies are generating goes into overhead. That is why you see the issue of non-compliance from the private sector. The government has to manage the economy very well, and even the issue of inflation that is actually affecting most businesses. The issue of inflation has to be looked into, and issue of insecurity, because it is where the economy is secure that people can really do business, and all these things has to do with management of the economy. That is from the federal government side. Then we'll go to the state government side. For the pension sector to thrive very well, the state government have to comply with the rule. presently we are told that only 6 states are fully complying with the rule, that is contributing and remitting. Only 6 states, and out of these 6 states sef, it's only few of them, I think only 4 of them are really faithful. Some other states are having backlog of unremitted funds. The state government has to play their own part to make sure that this system work. They have a role to play, and they must make their state comfortable for even government, that is for businesses to thrive too. The state government still have a major role to play in growing the retirement system. From that, we will go to the regulator, which is the National Pension Commission. The National Pension Commission has many rules because they are entrusted, with the responsibility to oversee the management of the pension or retirement system. They have a very major role to play. What are the factors that will come from the National Pension Commission? Number one, issue of regulation. The regulator must do his work very well to regulate the industry properly. The issue of enforcement, they are really trying, but they need to do more, to enforce all the rules, make sure that the operators comply, make sure that even the employers comply. These are in the area of enforcement. They have to do that. I think they are doing well with the compliance certificate and other things that they are doing, arresting those that are not remitting. They have to do more on enforcement. Then we still have the factor that has to do with innovation. The regulator has to come up with innovative ways that will help the system to thrive. An issue of education and awareness. The regulator must be on the top, the of creating that is educating the public, creating awareness, in support with the operators. They have to play that role. And the issue of trust, the regulator must live above board, because is even the system, like the way the system is even run. When people have issue with pension, they don't even call the operators, they call PENCOM. That is the regulator. Say PENCOM is doing this, PENCOM, but PENCOM doesn't even handle the money. PENCOM is just the regulator. They don't even see the money, they don't manage the money, but they always call on them. That means they must live above board. Issue of corruption, issue of embezzlement should not be had within the regulator. They must esteem the trust that people have on them. Issue of trust is very, very important. Then we'll now move to the operators. Operators have their own role to play. Factors that will come from the operators that will help reshape or strengthen or bring down the retirement system. Number one, compliance. The operators must comply if the system must grow. The issue of improved service delivery. Thank God now that they have already recapitalized, they have money in their kitty. They have to improve their services, render robust services to their clients. The issue of IT, that is information and technology, they have enough money now to deploy the best IT to service their clients. Skilled staff, they need to actually employ skilled workers to do their work. The issue of trust still come here. They have to make sure that the money that is entrusted to their care, because those are the PFCs, that the money is properly managed. Then the issue of education and awareness, they must work with the regulator to educate the public. Innovation, the operators still have to come up with innovative ways to do their business. And aggressive marketing. In the area of marketing, the PFAs, they are not actually doing well when it comes to the micro pension side. The contributory pension side, I think the law from government, that one is actually helping them. But this one now that they have to do themselves, which is the micro pension, they are really not doing well. We encourage them to do more in the area of aggressive marketing. Then the last category we want to look at, that is the people. The people still have to contribute to the growth of the retirement system. This they should do by complying with the set rules, and they must educate themselves, they must seek knowledge. And another thing that we still see from the people side is their financial strength. When they have their enough financial muscle, they will actually do well, most especially those employees that have people that are working for them. These are the few factors that we want to highlight here that we feel that have to be looked into properly if we want the retirement system to continue to thrive even more than the way it is going presently. Thank you very much for giving us your time. Share this podcast to those that are around you, and we believe that we would have raised one or two things that will help improve your knowledge. I remain the promoter of this program, Mr. Chusudo Okonta. In case you want to reach me, you can reach me through my numbers, which are 08054269557 or 07033253527. My email address is ispenonline@gmail.com. Thank you very much for giving us your time. By the grace of God, we will still come your way in the future.